Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and look, the tire didn't go flat overnight, so that means I'm a good mechanic or a good tire man. Yeah, right. Use lots of grease and silicone and everything like that. So that's a good thing. Yes, and I was surprised those tires actually fit off of a newer style grader. But I think they kept the industry all the same with tires and everything. Everything's interchangeable. So this morning we woke up to plus 16, but feels like plus 15. That's lies, because it's actually chilly out here. Yes, I'm wearing a sweater and a jacket compared to yesterday. We had a warm day. An official hot day for us is plus 30 Celsius. Yes, but I think it got up to 28 or 29 yesterday, and we were working in the heat. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm paying for it today. Oh well. All right, so on the yo-yo scale, plus 61, but feels like plus 59. We do not have anything of that vintage in the kingdom here. That's pretty new for me. All right. Yes. So yesterday we kind of overdid it, but it's unreal the way corporate world treats the employees. Yes, you're supposed to work certain days and then you get a change of management with the temporary people. Yes. They can't find people to come to WHO-ville to live and stay. Just like the cops. The cops have houses in town and nobody will transfer here. Yes. They'll sooner go everywhere else but WHO-ville. So that's the thing is, you bring in these temporary guys, they screw it all up, and then they leave. So the staff's a little pissed because basically she went from full-time for 6 weeks, hired to do a job, and then management comes in, cuts her hours, takes her job away, and whatever. I shouldn't be speaking of this because I'll get, how'd you say, boisterous and express my opinion at the New World today. I'm so glad I'm retired and living off my Amazon book sales and YouTube. So YouTube funds, yes. We're not living the high life, but we're surviving. All right, so we're going to work on the grader today to stay warm and stay active. Yes, stay active, because at my age, I am hurting. It is unreal. It feels like I got run over by a Mack truck, or the ex-wife sat on me. Oh, same thing. All right, let's scroll this way quickly. Look at the flags. There's enough breeze to excite them. We didn't park anything or put anything away last night. We just had enough. We worked too hard. I don't know what I was thinking, but I got pissed off. Yes, I took it out, my frustrations out on a flat tire and tossed it around. Yes, I should be working on Austin Mini Coopers or something like that. Like when Mr. Bean drove. You could throw that tire around the yard and throw it across the shop. Those are small little cars, but Mr. Bean. All right. Oh, we can't forget the Bourne Ultimate series, because a little Mini Cooper took a licking in that one. All right. So we just made about the full rotation. I'm hurting big time. I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to psych it up for a couple of days to work on that tire, have 101 excuses, to, how would you say, fix the tire, have lots of beverage, but instead I did it all in one. Now I have to have the beverage to take the pain away. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss. He's an asshole making me work today. Okay, so Rodney was having a bad day yesterday with the videos. His mic isn't working, and it came out through as a squealy little squeal. Yes, not good. At least he wasn't on a conference call or anything like that. So I'll now do a voiceover of his video. Okay, Sir Rodney's having a good hair day. I will now hit the play button. Okay, there he is introducing everybody, saying he survived a long weekend. Yes, and it rained. Yes, it rained at the RV. Now, if he stayed home all weekend, he would have been okay. That's the brake band that arrived Friday at West Trans, and they have it riveted, and that's extra thick, heavy-duty lining. Yes, so it was arrived on Friday, and it's done on Tuesday evening. That's pretty good. Also, the master links for the grader chain arrived. Yes, he's got 4 of them there. Now we just have to wait for the roller link itself to arrive. He imported those from the out west. And you can see in this video here, we have the thermostats, the new upgrades for the the UD16, and we have the fuel filters. And Mr. Rodney's doing the, oh, look at the seals, bug off and everything like that. And he's good to go. So he's quite happy. Turned out very well. Very pleased. All right. Another good hair day by Sir Rodney. Okay, let's try this again. Yes, it was raining this morning on and off, so I was bouncing around on the loader. Yes, on the loader, gathering stuff, because it has a windshield, but no windshield wiper. It's hand operated. You just reach out with the wiper blade and clean off the windshield. So I bounced around, gathering up pieces. I was too stiff and sore to actually do a proper video, voiceover video of the Sir Rodney squealy video, because I can't sit and, how would you say, relax. So just like when I wiped out my tricycle when I was a little kid, my knee would be bleeding, my elbow would be bleeding, mother would yell at you, get up and walk it off. So that's what I did. I came out here, bounced around in the loader, gathered the last of the grader parts. It's hard to believe, I think there was 12 or 15 pallets of this stuff all over the yard, and we're getting it down to the nitty gritty. All right, back then I took the mechanism off the front for the V plow. Yes, it won't be going on at this present time because we're focusing on grading. We'll worry about snow removal later. Here's the pieces for the wing. Yes, the wing. It was cable operated. Yes, those look like the boat winches off a Noah's boat, but that's what they did back in the 40s. All right, over here, this is what we want. These are the arms for raising and lowering the moldboard, plus the wing extension or cradle thingy bob for at the back. We want to know and learn about that because that's going to be protecting the pump that's going to be hanging off the motor. Yes, there's the motor for the UD16. Remember, we're going to hang a pump off the back by about 12 inches or 14. Oh, these lips. Okay, so we have the bumper on the back. Okay, we dragged the moldboard over, set it under the grader with the loader, and then I got the green toy out to level it out. Now I can work on it, get it ready to be installed when the staff arrives after her Mickey Mouse job. Yes, Mickey Mouse, treat you like crap, and then they wonder why nobody shows up for her work. So I can get everything prepared, and then when she arrives, we can lift it into position. Plus, it gives me a chance to review and figure out where the arms go. So the green toy works very well. It is a roto wrecker, not a crane. If it was a crane, we'd be using it more and more and probably flip it over. Push the limits. Knowing it's a roto wrecker, we seem to be all doing all right that way. Okay, at the back of the grader, you can see where the wing bumper bolty thing's bolted on there. Yes, so that will give me an idea of how much protection I'm going to have on the pump, because the hydraulic pump is going to be mounted about here, and we should have protection with the bumper or the wing bumper bolted on here at an angle. We should be good, but we have to double check everything because the last thing we want is a pump out in Never Never Land, and then you back into a tree or somebody rear ends you, kiss the pump goodbye. All right, so also too, we gathered up the pails. See the pails there? We had them in sheds over here. We had them in sheds over there. And we kind of organized the pieces here. Jeez, I sure could have used those wheel lugs and everything yesterday, but what was I thinking? All right, but that's the most important pieces right here. These bolts. These bolts are worth nothing at an auction sale. They're worth nothing until you go to buy them. And then when you go to buy them, oh my, they are pricey. And you just shake your head. It's hard to believe the value of this stuff when purchased new, and it has no resale value whatsoever. Even scrap the value, it goes up and down. So you got to cash it in when the price is high. When the price is low, just hold on to it. All right, let's go have some lunch and recover. Okay, these are the pictures from 2007 when we first seen the grader out at that remote place. There it is there, driven into the trees because that's where it quit. Yes, they couldn't lift or raise the blade. So there's the motor, the UD16. Yes, a lot of farmer repairs, or how would you say, remote repairs to keep it running. And then over here, there's the picture I need so I can zoom in to see. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work here. There, so we can see the arms to see how they go onto the moldboard. All right, let's have a quick lunch and get out there while it's still fresh in my memory. Okay, the staff has arrived. She's sober and ready to go to work. But I spent the afternoon getting these arms on. Yes, the arms are the pins, or I don't know what they're called, but the thing is you have to grease them, make sure the bolts work, everything like that. So it's working out pretty good. Can't quite figure the one over there, the cross one, but we can always put it on. But the main thing is to get the blade hanging. And then I spent a bit of time down in here trying to figure it out, because there's actually a plate to hold the steering up. It's a steering guide. So we got the bolts, we got everything all going. I love my Never Seas. I'm not happy unless I'm all silver and covered in it. Okay, we got it greased, we got it lubed. Let the festivities begin.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready for work. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 17 degrees Celsius, which is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is pretty windy out here and there is some clouds. It was raining yesterday. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get ready, and head to work. just after 3:30 and I made it home from work. It was a pretty slow day over there. I wasn't able to get much out since my produce cooler is still down. I will be starting at the school tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. cleaning and stuff because of my hours got cut at the store. So let's head over to my dad's and see what he's up to. Almost 4 p.m. and I just made it to the Kingdom. Looks like we're gonna head down to the shop and put the blade on the grater and do a couple other things. My dad showed me this circle tree. Looks like it got knocked over and it grew around all the trees that were on top of it, and then it started growing up. That's pretty cool. That is almost a full circle. Now let's head down to the shop and see what my dad's up to. Down at the shop now, we are going to put the blade on the grater right now, but I'll be switching over to the tripod because I have to give my dad a hand. We have to shimmy the blade over and get everything to line up, so hopefully it doesn't take us very long because it is getting warm out here, but at least there's a bit of a wind. We have to get these two pieces to connect to each other, and then on either side here has to go into the hydraulics, so hopefully it doesn't take us very long. Didn't take us very long. We were able to get the blade moved over. We have to line this one up with there, and there's another one on that side that also has to be lined up. But for the moment, we're going to try and get the front end in right now because it seems to be working out that way. So I better get over there and give my dad a hand. Just got the front in. Now we are going to pull it forward a little bit. That way we can get the bolts in and the nuts on the back, and then hopefully it all lines up. We were able to get the front plate on, no problem. Now we just have to get the other two on. So my dad's gonna get back on the green toy and then lift it up and wiggle it into place so we can connect these two. Now we'll switch over to the tripod and I'm gonna jump on the green toy and work the controls while my dad hooks everything up. $5 p.m. and I'm back in the house. Looks like we got something in the mail today. Thank you so much, Catherine M. We have an Oklahoma flag, and then we even have a t-shirt here. That is pretty cool. Thank you so much again. Now we are going to head outside and go put the Oklahoma flag up. My dad is just taking down the Alaska one right now. We have another one coming, so once it gets here, we'll put that one up. So let's head outside. Down at the flags now, my dad's putting up our new Oklahoma flag. Looks pretty good up there. As you can see, a couple of our other flags are also pretty damaged from the wind and blowing back and forth. We have another Alaskan one coming since that one was damaged as well. As you can see, there's a helicopter flying over the kingdom. Don't want to wreck it already. It's blue.
Well, at least we know how to spell Oklahoma now.
And it's blue.
It is?
It is. It is blue. Since you are colorblind, you don't know what color it is. Just after 5 p.m. and I'm officially done in the kingdom. The new Oklahoma flag fits in perfectly with the rest of them. Once the Alaskan flag comes, we'll go put it up with the Canada one that's beside the house. Now I'll head inside, grab my dog treats, and go back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Almost 5:30 and I just made it back from the kingdom and put the quad away. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 22 degrees Celsius, which is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice out there today, other than the rain this morning. At least there's some wind, so it keeps the bugs away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, after the staff left, we had the moldboard almost touching the wheel there. So if we get the wheels to turn, then we'd have a problem. So I got thinking, how am I going to turn the moldboard? So it was simple. Yes, we don't have power to the tower here. Ooh, power to the tower. That's probably a rock and roll song. So what I did was take a broken one of these U-joints, okay? And then I welded it. I squeezed it together. I put a track pad bolt in, and I chose a track pad because it's strongest like this. I don't want this bolt shearing off or the head rounding out. So this is what I've done. Okay, so I went around and got everything to move, okay, except for this one. This thing is locked up solid. I can't turn it at all. So tomorrow I'm going to have to prop this cover off and see how much water and rust is in there, or maybe some mouse made a nest. Okay, I started down here. This was the easy one because I could put the 3/4 inch impact on with that socket U-joint and spin the blade around. So I oiled it up as I turned it, and it actually worked out pretty good. And then I lowered the blade down because I want to check the oils and everything on this. So that was no problem lowering it down, and the impact has enough power to turn the arms up. But it has to have those brake things over here on the firewall in the tower, okay? Because as soon as the impact stops, the blade comes back down. So that's what I say. Get it lubed up, get it working. This will work out good. And then over here on the steering, I spin the shaft here, and there's nothing happening. It doesn't turn. But anytime we move the wheels back and forth in the past, it always squirts oil out of here. So tomorrow I'm going to have to pop this cover off and analyze it and figure out what is broken. Yes, who said they didn't break the live shaft in the going into the flywheel? So who said the steering isn't broken too? That's why it's parked where it was. They could have, limped it along or something. So maybe it broke the steering gear too. All right, let's continue the quest. Okay, 8 o'clock at night, I'm stiff, I'm sore, and I didn't want to quit because we had two problems here, and I'm very disappointed because I stole a complete working grader, okay? This was the thing the thing that I was charged with. I stole a grader that was used to maintenance the runway at a remote lodge, and the safety of the aircraft and the passengers or their guests coming in, are not greatly affected after I stole this grader. Well, maybe the grader was last used in 1962, but it has lots of broken pieces. So we found out why there's no steering. And you see that, Les Nesman? There's pieces on top. Look at that. Spin, spin, spin. Nothing happens. Okay. So no power to the tower because of the live shaft through the flywheel. And then that. But this here, it's kind of my own fault. This was seized. Yes, it was seized. And I got it apart, which is nice. And I credit the quality that they built this stuff back in the day. I got the shaft out. I used lots of diesel fuel. I should have soaked this down, 20 years ago or whatever. So it's my own fault. But I sure am glad it was not seized in this big shaft tube in here. I sure was hoping and praying and drinking the beverage to hopefully it was this gear in here, and it was. Very pleased. Also too, when you're an old guy, you're not going to lift it down. Put a longer bolt in, slide it back, let all the water flow out and stuff. All right, let's put the tools away. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. We got the moldboard on. We got the things loosened up. Now I can start lubing and chasing and having a good time. Okay, just after 8 o'clock, I'm glad I stayed and worked late. The boss will be pissed off because I got some overtime, but it's good to know. I have to know. I'm glad that big gearbox got unseized, and we know why there's no steering. Can you imagine hitting a snowbank and, how would you say, ricocheting off a snowbank and that steering thing breaks? Unreal. I know all about that. That's my claim to fame on ice road truckers. Oh, that sun is bright. It's actually chilly out here, but we got it done. Yes. And look at that Oklahoma flag. I'm glad they put the name on it because I can't spell Oklahoma, but now I'm going to learn. That's the whole idea, is us having fun and learning. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.